Skipper, after taking the 1-0 lead, did it seem like everything and anything that could go wrong did go wrong for your club?
You know, we felt good, you know, after the double by Corey and had some momentum. But, you know, just right there, Kenta was missing, you know, getting behind, and some fastballs leaked back over the plate. And, you know, they made him pay. So, you know, 4 runs, 3 innings. At that point in time, I felt that, you know, we had to go to the pen to try to shorten the game. But, you know, they capitalized on some opportunities, and it was a good game. You know, big hit by Chooch, by Carlos. And, you know, it was a good game until the 9th. And I felt, you know, bringing Kenley in the 9th to keep it close, to give us a chance in the bottom half was the right thing. But that's baseball.
Andy, to your right, Dave.
Dave, who's your starter for tomorrow?
We're in talks. I think that obviously the use of the pen today, no off day tomorrow, you know, playing tomorrow. So those are things that we're going to keep in mind, but we're not ready to announce yet.
Will you be? I mean, are you going to announce it tonight?
Possibly.
All right.
Yeah, Dave, with the pen in mind, that would lead me to believe that you're going to start Kershaw tomorrow.
No, it's a possibility, and I think that you know, you look at Julio at home, but you look at Kershaw on short rest at home. So, you know, as an organization, we got to figure out what gives us the best chance tomorrow.
Dave, you talk about the quality of at bats. You talked about that all year, and that it's been pretty good. What did you think of it today?
You know what? I thought there were some good at bats in there. You know, again, I think that we had some balls. We squared up some baseballs, and you know, right at those guys. And it could have been a different game. You know, Howie squared up 3 balls today, and nothing to show for it. So that's baseball. I think that you know, when you start getting into the pen and matching up, you know, as what Dusty did, it makes it tougher on our hitters. But I still felt the at-bats were there.
To your right, Dave.
Dave, you've had 5 guys go back-to-back days with a do-or-die game. Is it all hands on deck tomorrow?
It is, and I think that our pen gave us a great effort today. You know, guys going multiple innings, but again, you know, regardless of who the starter is, this is an elimination game.
Right in the front here, Max. Can you...
You know what? They started to play a part, but you know, it's always tougher to hit in the shadows. But we still found a way to get some hits, and they did too, obviously, with the Jason Worth home run in the shadows. So a lot of what I do, and you know, trying to manage the game, you know, shadows play a factor, certainly.
To your left, Dave.
Dave, Kershaw is your best pitcher. Why would you prevent you to use it tomorrow in a do-or-die game? Why not use it tomorrow?
Well, in an elimination game, we still have to win 2 games. So, you know, the thought of having Julio pitch at home versus the road is something that we're thinking through, and what gives us the best chance to win 2 games. And obviously, yeah, you got to win tomorrow to win on Thursday. So, for us, we're contemplating a lot of different scenarios and what's best ultimately, and we'll make that decision soon.
To your right, Dave.
And Dave, isn't this the kind of dynamic that you've been preparing your club for all season? A bend, do not break, bamboo quality. This is what they played all these games for, is tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right, and we're not afraid of this. And you know, it's been a long season. It's been a lot of highs and lows, but I know that there's no quitting our guys. So we'll be ready tomorrow to win a baseball game. I can promise you that.
We'll take 3 more. Tim, then Scott, then Tom.
Dave, you've seen an awful lot of their bullpen in this series. Is there a common thread what their pitchers are able to do to your guys?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of pitching backwards, and you know, I think Sean Kelly. We all know Sean Kelly, and he did a good job, and so Lease. We're still gathering information, but those guys made pitches when they needed to. So I think that for us, you know, in this 4th game, we've had to look at all their guys and you know, go out there and try to execute.
Scott?
Dave, has Mr. Kershaw voiced his feelings to you on pitching tomorrow, and if so, how'd the conversation go?
I think Clayton is just open to, we've had conversation, I think Clayton is just open to whatever we feel, and he's just waiting for the go-ahead. So he's prepared either way.
You mentioned the other day the possibility or not of Hill going on 3 days rest because of the blisters? How are the blisters, and is he a possibility?
You know, when I talked to Rich today, and with no certainty, I know that he's open to the idea of going on short rest, but it's something he hasn't done, so it's not something that, you know, it's a conversation, but I know that with him, and there's going to be more conversation with the training staff to figure out that finger, and it's not an arm thing with Rich, it's more of how we're going to manage that blister. So, but he is open to it, as he's mentioned. Yeah.
Last question.
So, David, it sounds like it's a philosophical thing. You know you have to win 2 games, or you have to win the game in front of you. It seems like that would determine who would start.
That's correct.
All right.